Hello friends, Reckless Tempest here. Today we're going to be playing some Singleton Gauntlet Aggro with the new cards from Cosmic Creation. Before we get started, click the subscribe button down below to get notified when I craft new VODs on Runeterra. Alright, so real quick, let's just go over the deck. It's a aggro deck. We have a boatload of 1-drops. A little lower than I'd want, 8, but like in theory I think we want 10 or 9. And we can just see the curve gets really high, and we have a few things that are finishers, so basically all of our 1-drops are good attackers or have evasion. The only exception being Urchin, but it has rummage value, and Shell Shocker just because it can kind of hit hard and it gets us some mana, which will let us do tempo positive plays later on in the game. Alright, let's see. What else do we got? We got Ballistic Bot, one of the new cards. Everyone's playing this, but it's pretty good in this deck because Ignition is actually a card conducive to our interests of getting our opponent's life total to 0. Boom Crew Rookie, just Pinger, Brothers Bond, 4 damage, 2 mana, really good, especially in a Swarmy deck. Dreadway Deckhand, Croaker, Hired Gun, Mouse Spider, Demolitionist, and Grenadier. Mystic Shot and Rune Weaver. I just really like the Reforge cards, so just because all of these are actually pretty relevant, so we're going to be giving her a whirl and Transfusion. I cut Crimson Disciple, we used to run it before, and that's just kind of because we're really low on actually ways to get value out of her 1 damage thing, right? Like, we only really have Transfusion and Demolitionist, so 2 cards does not a combo make. And yeah, kind of Rune Weaver pushed her out. And in the 3-drops, we got Draven, Get Excited, Iron Ballista, Might, Misfortune, Monkey Idol for kind of sustained. Burn, right? The Powder Monkeys are actually pretty good. Noxian Fervor, 3 to the face, Petty Officer, and I'm trying a Riven. This is over Jinx. This could be wrong. If you don't like it, just swap her out for Jinx. But again, I really like these Reforge cards. I don't like Weapon Hilt, even though we have Jinx, just because like the fact we have to pre-commit where the shard goes before we attack, like, and for 1 card, it's like a really bad Brothers Bond in my opinion. Yeah, but pretty much everything's normal here except we cut where's the casket dude? The 3/2 casket guy that makes caskets. I cut him just because I ran into a lot of burn decks, and I think it's actually really important to be able to beat other burn decks, and he's kind of trashy in that matchup. Like, he's good on the defense, but he's like really meh on the offense. And also on the defense, if you're behind, he's really bad at stabilizing because he shoots you. So like, I found the card kind of middling, even though it's really good against non-aggro decks. Alright, at 4-drops, we have Aftershock, a new card from Cosmic Creation. This is super sweet. I didn't realize this for a while. Like, I played like 20 games with this card before I realized it can go to the face, so that's pretty massive. Right, like, we're playing Noxian Fervor pretty much to go to the face, so this is a huge upgrade. Card favorite, we're very good at swarming the board, so he gets pretty big, has Overwhelm, Zap Sprayfin, just good efficient beater, gets us a burn spell. Decimate, classic aggro burn card. Gangplank, I like him more than something like Jinx, right? Like, he's just very good at dealing damage to the face. Jack the Winner, because his spell he makes does 2 to the face. Kato represents a metric ton of damage in 1 card. And Submersible, this card's actually pretty easy to get turned on in Singleton. It's admittedly more of a 7-drop, just because like, our curve isn't super low in terms of submersible math. It's obviously a fine curve for regular games, but yeah. And every once in a while you might have an issue getting submersible turned on, but I think also adding Riven and Rune Weaver kind of up your odds. Also, I'm like kind of obligated to play this card. Like, I think this card's super dope, so, but this is something you could shave if you wanted to make the deck even more consistent. Darius, deck's very good at getting people to 10. Darius is very good at killing them once they're at 10. Like, perfect card. I'm trying out a Savage Reckoner instead of Riptide Rex. This deck is actually kind of bad at getting Plunder on turn 8 before Rexing. It's good getting it after, but like, so and also after the buff, the nerf, it's actually kind of hard to like get a ton of value off of it, so I liked shaving this, and we're just gonna try out Reckoner, because that's a good way to weasel in a lot of damage, especially if you challenge something with less than 4 power, then that means odds that you'll get to do it again. And lastly, Captain Farron. This card's insane, and just makes a fuck ton of stuff. Lots of damage in a can, you know, A plus bracket, 3 times 4 is 20, kind of stupid. Alright, so with that breakdown of the deck out of the way, let's get into the games. Oh yeah, and yeah, this VOD won't have games, but if you click the card up above, there will be games. Click that if you want to watch the games.